Fasten your seatbelts for a Beanox recreation!
Hello everyone, Zyac7 here and welcome to another video. Today's topic, as you may have guessed, is in regards to Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel's issues and or problems in my opinion. But before I get started, let me be the first to state that I am a huge CTR fan. I played the living hell out of it when I was younger, and I do like this remake. It just has some glaring issues that are still present even after the couple of patches that we've had so far. So I want to go over those today and also go over some things that I dislike about some of the modes and designs within the game. Honestly, I do this for two reasons. Number one is to vent, because I'm a salty dude. And number two is if by small chance this video has a chance of being seen or shared somewhere, the issues I outline here might be able to get fixed. So let's start from the top on Adventure mode. In this mode, you have the choice to choose between Classic or Nitro mode. In this new mode, you are able to choose a difficulty, and it was here that I noticed the first problem. The differences in difficulty is radical. As a CTR veteran, normal was just stupidly easy, and with hard, well, something was off. Although this is not so much of an issue for me now compared to the first day I started playing, on that first day I did notice that the CPU were just naturally faster, and by that I do not mean that they are good racers, I mean that their carts simply go faster than mine. This was especially evident when Pura takes over me as I was playing as Tiny. I was at top speed doing boosts and he was just driving on by. So here's the problem that I have with this. I feel like it's just lazy programming. These hard CPU do not take any of the shortcuts, yet they get times close to, if not better than Entropy, who takes all the main ones. Here you can see Entropy's time on Papu's Pyramid. And here I will show you the CPU time on hard, keeping in mind that these guys never take shortcuts, and items were likely slowing them down. So this brings me to the next topic, which is people saying that the game has rubber banding and or magnetism. Well, I'm here to tell you that at least on single player, it does not. In this race, I smash the CPU as hard as I can, and as a result, they get 303. After this race, I decide to just go in, drive amongst them and see if they were rubber banding to me to get the time that they got. While you can see that there is a 7-second difference, this could have been down to item play. So I took another test, I beat them the best I could, and then they got a 306. All of these times are roughly within the same bracket. So once again, I took another race where I stick with them for most of the track and then this happens. A 305. As you can see, there really isn't any rubber banding to speak of, and even if you still think there is, it's so minimal that it doesn't matter at all. The reason they are fast is because of what I previously stated. They are programmed to be faster than you. It's lazy. So victory usually comes down to luck and how many items you get hit by. In my opinion, items in this game are not very well balanced. You will either experience an absolute beating, as you can see in this online match, where you just can't drive at all and you just get hit by every damn thing, over and over and over, or you don't get hit at all. Admittedly, I didn't know this course very well at all, so I wasn't driving the best it's possible to drive. But having seen the gameplay thus far, did I really deserve to be sitting at the back of the pack like this? I mean, just look at this shit. And I've had worse. Like 4 lightnings coming at me when I'm in first. Fast forwarding to the next race, you can see just how luck-based it is. Still, with the same people as before, I absolutely smashed them this time. The other issue I'm having on the PS4 Pro at the moment is that whenever people leave, the game seems to be unable to connect new players most of the time. The players in the lobby just get less and less and less until you just press matchmaking again. I don't really understand why this is happening when there is so much unnecessary time in between online races. So everything I've gone over so far might make you want to say, "Get good, Zayak," which I can usually agree with, except the mechanics in this remake seem to be kind of also random. Sometimes you can make shortcuts, and sometimes you can't, even when you approach them the same way. Here you can see me failing this shortcut because I apparently don't get enough height. Yet this time you can see me flying super high above it. I don't see what I'm doing different, to be honest. Here I just get outright stuck on the shortcut before it decides to let me through. And here I simply hop into something? I don't know what happened there, but I've seen this one on a few different occasions. Sometimes it seems like the game just outright drops your hop input, like you see here, while other times it works perfectly fine. There's definitely something odd going on here. In this run where I beat Oxide, it's simply because I persisted enough that the shortcut didn't screw me up for all 3 laps. I'm still about 10 seconds off the world record here though, but that's good enough for me. To finish off my thoughts, I also want to say that I feel the modes are kind of lacking. I mean, in local here there are many modes, but I don't see most people bothering to do any of this outside of adventure mode. Correct me if I'm wrong there. Most of my time as a decent player is spent inside time trial mode at the moment. And even then it's kind of disappointing how we don't get the global records shown here like you do in, say, Mario Kart. At least in Mario Kart you can actually choose the leader's ghost and practice against it. And as far as the online mode goes, all we get is private matches, matchmaking and friends. No options and no real tweaking. I should also mention the Grand Prix mode that just got released, and while I do appreciate new content, I think that rewarding people based on a grind is kind of unfair. It's always going to be Frankie in his mum's basement with all the time in the world that will be on top. This is true for both Nitro and Championship, because no matter how many times I come first and get my 12 points, there's no way that I can keep up with Frankie, who always comes 4th or 5th, yet still gets 5 points but can play 8 times the amount of time that I can play. I don't really have the best solution here, but I think the fix would be something like having a grindy mode for Frankie and his friends, and then having a Championship mode be more based on time somehow. Making it each time you compete, you can get a lower and lower time, and it somehow records your best time and then that's submitted to the leaderboard. At the end of the day guys, like I said at the start of the video, I do actually like this game and I will continue to play it. So please put away your pitchforks. I'm not hating on your new favourite game, but these things in the video are stopping me from putting more time into it. Hopefully somewhere down the track, all of this means nothing, and the game can maintain a decent online player base. Guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace!